What's going on, Read My Lips people? We are back. Back like we ain't never left, baby. So, maybe that's not exactly true. It's been a while. It's been quite some time since I've not only uploaded Yang content, but uploaded content in general, political content in general. And yeah, I think I owe you guys an explanation. Um, Clearly, this isn't the same setup I was at before. Uh, I moved, and work has been busier than it ever has been. Um, Listen, COVID had a domino effect like I've never seen. And many of you have experienced that. Maybe some of you haven't, but it's been bananas. Okay, and to make a short story long, um, obviously there was a point in time where nobody was employed, or very a lot of people weren't employed, and then we opened back up. Well, some of us did. Some places closed down, and when we opened back up, there were massive changes that had to be made, and I had to unfortunately let go of a lot of people. I fired people that I worked with for a long time, laid off people that I worked with for a long time, and it was very sad. And we essentially had to work understaffed and work with very few hours and very little manpower, but try to produce like it was 2019. And it was incredibly taxing, to say the least. So I would come home. There was all sorts of stuff happening in the political sphere, and I would literally fall asleep in the chair, and then I had to wake up at 7 a.m. To make sure I was at work. And by the time I finished editing something, finally 3 days later, we've already moved on to the next thing in the political sphere. So I was falling behind, and everyone knows how the YouTube algorithm works, and it was like playing constant catch up. And when I focused more on the YouTube, it would slack in um, the job I worked at. And I don't know if a lot of you know, but I'm a store manager. I run a store, and you know, if shit's gonna get done, it's gonna fall on you. If shit doesn't get done, it falls on you. If shit does get done, it falls on you. And it was incredible. It was incredibly taxing, and it has been and still is, right? But things are slowly changing, and we're kind of getting back on track. And now that things are slowly showing remnants of what it was in the BC times before COVID, um, since I do have a little bit of extra time, I'm going to direct it towards YouTube. I'm going to direct it towards Yang content, and I'm going to direct it towards political content. And I guess I'm back.
Uh, it's about damn time. It's about damn time.
That may excite some of you. Some of you may say, well, I don't care." But uh, regardless, I'm back, and it's like we never left. So yeah, don't expect uploads every day. That's just not real. That's just not being realistic. But expect a couple uploads a week. And it's funny because I kind of got, how should I word this? Not yelled at, but I kind of got reprimanded by the person that gave me the idea for the title "Read My Lips." Dame Drops. He actually is from Connecticut. He's a huge YouTuber, 1.5 million or something like that. YouTube subscribers. He does food reviews. Huge personality. I have a picture with him. I'm gonna post it somewhere on screen. And yeah, he was talking about me and told me he was proud and you know what I was doing and what I did, and he said, "You got to keep doing it though. You got to fucking you can't stop. You absolutely can't stop. You didn't work this hard on your channel to get it this far just to let it fizzle out." Um, and I mean, he's made great progress. He has a Netflix show starting June 9th now. He's obviously been on with Martha Stewart. I don't know if at the time of this, if he's going to have happened yet, but he's got an interview with Wendy Williams. Huge YouTuber. Again, gave me the idea for the name, the title, Read My Lips. A lot of people think it's like the George Bush speech. It's not. It was from him. But yeah, so I'm back. And we got stuff to talk about. So I've already wasted enough of your time. I don't even remember all my lingo. Like, this is crazy. Look at me being ill prepared, but that's okay. You guys are family. So I can be ill prepared. What is this? I mean, there's so much to talk about. So I'll put it like this: if you guys want me to go back some and talk about some of the things that's happened with Yang, like the racist drawings that Evelyn spoke out about and Yang spoke out about, the elderly Asian woman getting hit recently, just the attacks on Asians and the hate on Asians in general. If you want me to dial it back some and go back and talk about those things, let me know in the comment section below. Like I said, the news cycle moves fast. So if you want me to go back and do that, I'll do it for you guys. It wouldn't be for the YouTube algorithm. I don't think the YouTube algorithm is going to support that. It's already came in and out of the cycle. But for you guys, I will speak on that if you want. But for now, what is it that I'm hearing that Yang got chased by a mob? So when I first hear this, it's like a game of telephone, right? Somebody comes up to me, they say, your boy Yang got chased out by an angry mob. So I'm like, okay, all right. This person didn't just pull it out of their ass, right? There has to be some sort of truth to what they're talking about, but what they're telling me is convoluted. So I had to look into it. And this mayoral race has had a lot of ups and downs and turns and stuff like that. But I had to look at what they were talking about. So I'm citing this from Politico. Yang was headed to the Park Slope YMCA, a spot notorious for Mayor Bill de Blasio's often inopportune workouts, in a move many expected would bring some criticism of the mayor. Instead, Yang was met by a dozen members of New York Communities for Change, a social justice organization, who shouted down the candidate and ultimately scuttled the event, forcing him to take questions on the move. So, do you know what this reminds me of? Do you guys remember 2016? God, that seems like a long time ago. Oh my God, we're getting old. You're old. Where Bernie Sanders was having an event, and he was on stage, and then Black Lives Matter sort of like kind of rushed the event and then rushed on stage pretty aggressively, in my opinion, if I remember correctly. And like he was forced to take questions, and I was like, why are you crashing the Bernie event? If anybody there is going to be in line with the demands you guys are asking for, it's going to be Bernie Sanders. Like, you crashed the wrong party. You went to the wrong place. You're supposed to go somewhere else. That's kind of what this gives me shades of. Now, Politico goes on to say, and let me know if you guys agree, Yang has taken a more conservative tact in the race than some of his competitors, and even as a Democratic candidate for president, drew attention for his libertarian leanings. During the debate, rival candidate Scott Stringer, which sounds like it'd be a news person, like welcome back to News 11 with Scott Stringer, called him a Republican. And during an interview this morning, Yang said he would adopt a governing similar to former Mayor Mike Bloomberg, who was first elected as a Republican. So they're pretty much saying Yang's taken a more conservative leaning during this time. What do you guys think? Do you think so? But listen, Yang was never Yang was never an all out progressive, right? And maybe that's not the right term to use, right? But he never presented himself as that. But if you remember during his presidential run, a lot of people painted him as a progressive. We painted Yang how we wanted to see him. Like let's just talk about it. It's true. A lot of the Yang gang painted Yang as a progressive. Some painted him as a conservative. I've always looked at Yang as an amalgam, right? If you talk to Yang about how he feels about drugs, he's gonna seem super progressive, right? But if you talk to him about some other things, it may lean a little more conservative. So I've always viewed him as an amalgam. I just feel like we as Yang gang painted him how we saw fit. Let me know if you agree in the comment section. Known for his affable campaign style, Yang attempted to talk to the protesters ahead of the event. Undeterred, they carried signs and shouted "No new cops" and "Hedge fund mayor," effectively drowning out the candidate's prepared remarks. So they didn't want to hear what he had to say. They had no interest in actually hearing what Andrew Yang had to say. So from what I understand, this group at one point endorsed Stringer, but then Stringer had some sexual assault allegations, so they kind of had to turn their backs to him, right? But they don't necessarily want Yang. But then at the same time, you can't go with Stringer, who has sexual assault allegations. Now Stringer's denied them. Let's be fair. All is fair. He's denied them, but usually in situations like this, you've seen it. They turn their back, or they have to, step away from said person. Now Yang did say, which the people were trying to get on him about. The biggest chant I heard was "No new cops," which I think goes against what I'm hearing from most New Yorkers. I'm very clear that defund the police is the wrong approach. Giving me shades of months ago when defund the police was like this huge thing. You remember that? And it still is huge, but it's just funny again how the news cycle, the tide goes in, tide goes out, right? But Yang's spokesperson said that this protest was just a desperate attempt to distract from Stringer's failing campaign. I can see that. Stringer, you got some other stuff to worry about right now. You've got the allegations against you to worry about, and then you've got the allegations of astroturfing to worry about. And if you don't know what that is, it's where you try to sprue up a protest or something along those lines and make it appear organic, but it ain't. So he's getting allegations of that against him. So, what do you guys think? How do you feel Yang is doing in this, race to become mayor? Do you think he's doing well? I know at one point Yang had dropped to number 2, then went back up to number 1 in polls. But it seems like it's a race. But let me just say, I called this months ago. If I can find the picture, I'll put it up. If I can find the picture. But I said Yang was going to run for mayor. I said, it's confirmed. It's all but confirmed. Yang's running for mayor. And there were some people in the comment section like, Yang didn't confirm this. This is how their voices were in my head. Yang didn't confirm this. Yang's not going to run for mayor. He never confirmed this. You don't know this. And bam! Yang's running for mayor. I was right. You doubt me. Don't doubt me. Don't doubt me. Do you think he's gonna? And then months ago as well, people were saying like it wasn't a good idea for him to run for mayor. And I never understood that logic. I never understood that logic. It was okay to run for president, but it wasn't okay to run for mayor. And people's logic was, well, New York's a different beast. Well, yeah. And Dude was running for president of the United States. That includes New York and other states. So if he can't handle being the mayor of New York, then there's no way he would be able to handle being president of the United States. I didn't understand the logic. Do you guys remember that? I feel like it's been some weeks now, maybe some months now, where people were like avidly against Yang running for mayor from the Yang gang. It was weird. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section about, you know, this group going after Yang. Do you think it was organic? Do you think Stringer organized it himself? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball. But seriously, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. It's good to be back, talking to family, my familia. I'm going to do a live stream at some point within the next couple days, so be ready for that. I want to see how this performs on YouTube with me being away for as long as I have, how it's going to spew the video out, if it's going to, you know, work out well, or if I'm just going to be buried. I'm interested to see how that's going to work. So, if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, please like, comment, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you don't, let me know in the comment sections below. I'm always down to talk about it. I have a PayPal, I have a Venmo, and I have a Patreon. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Patreon, guys. I haven't been showing you the proper attention, but I'm back, like I said. Feel free to donate. The links will be below. And yeah, it's good to be back. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.
Sometimes I'm feeling high, but sometimes I'm feeling low. I wanna stay inside, I could call my bed my home. I've been trapped inside my mind, that's what keeps me in the zone. I think that I'll be fine, but I do not really know, yeah. It's too late for me, not too late for you. To be great, you see, the pain's worth the truth. I don't wanna be just someone that's new. I speak my mind so free, so you could hear the truth. Yeah, I know that we all have fear. In the back of our minds we hear the devil that's in our ear. Let it push you to see more clear. I don't wanna think about the pain no more. Everybody's not the same. We all open different doors. Yeah, we've all got different brains. That's what keeps starting these wars. I just stay within my lane, hope my words even score. I just try to keep it real.